Good morning, everyone. So, thank you for coming here. And also, my name is Yoichi. I would like to share my visions about the digital natures. So, let me brief introduction more of my background. I got a PhD from the University of Tokyo for the computer science. And then after that, I started my laboratory that named Digital Natures. I founded my laboratory 8 years ago. So, I'm always thinking about what's a new nature happened in the after the computational resources will float in the everyday life or IoT devices. And also I'm really interested in the current sequential 5 years for how to find new wisdom or knowledge from the Japanese ancient cultures inside of the myth of Japan, or what kind of the philosophy can be found in Japanese history. So today's talk, I'm looking around what can be understood as a pluriversalism or inclusivity in the Japanese historical philosophy, and also how to get merged with the digital nature ecosystem we found in our society. So as an artist and researcher, so I'm doing the media arts and also using the computer science. So I have spent my careers exploring the intersections of the cultures or technologies, or how they can use to be the creative, sustainable, or inclusive futures. So I would like to start an overview of our New Japan Islands. We are New Japan Islands, so we are looking for how to understand how can we think that differently from the GDPs, or can I bring out at the value of the Japan, or how can we make it sustainable? So from 2019, we started our activities. 2019, we presented the pavilion at the South by Southwest, and every year we have presentations, or we have some activities here. And first year we do the wabi-sabi or digital fermentations. That means each locals different fermentations happen will be affected by the digital technologies. After the COVID-19, we're looking forward what kind of the conviviality happened online, or what's the minge. Minge means folk art in Japan. Then for what kind of the philosophical aspect of the folk craft will be found in this kind of the minge or conviviality in things. Then after the COVID-19, we're looking for this kind of how to get carbon neutral with tea cultures, or what is philosophical aspect of the stationary nomad from the video arts or media arts communities. So after the emerging pandemic, so we face a new world, and also we looking around the digital natures or new cultures around the digital ecosystems. So in 2019, we presented the digital fermentation, which is explore the concept of the local development influenced by the digital natures. So we make this kind of special Japan house, and also this concept suggests technology can create a new form of the nature that is called in the digital nature, and how to make it a new opportunities to growth and development. Then next year we do the remotely participate in the South by Southwest because of the COVID-19. We are looking around the minge and also the intersections between the traditional Japanese folk art and the technology. We developed the 8K cameras, also 8K digital installations, and also how to change our perceptions, or how to get the hyper intuitions between the high resolution images. Then in 2021 and also 2022, we are remotely participating in South by Southwest. And the current 2 years, we are working for how to get the tea culture, and also how to get the new way of the living with the digital culture, also get along with the tea culture, or carbon neutral things with the stationary nomad. And also this year, we want to make the new and also back to origin. I'm really glad to share my idea about the digital nature. So in this year, central to my visions, the concept of the digital nature, but because of the rapid spread of the AI, I think that everyone noticed about it is transformed different ecosystems between the computer science and also what happened in the computer science itself. So the structure of the science should be transformed, and also the structure of the how we understand the circumstances such like a digital ecosystem should be transformed in different shape because of the development of the computer science or AI too fast, and also it is difficult to catch up with the current scientific ecosystem. So like a paper, peer review, published in the document, also downloaded with a GitHub or something, that is so much like slow. So we should think different things. Then I define the digital nature is a space between the boundary, like a digital technology and also natural world becomes like a different shape after the computational things. This is my large display installations exhibited in the Tokyo Skyview in Roppongi. Then firstly, in this session, I asked the ChatGPT for first, then so what is the digital natures? So actually ChatGPT is so faster than typing skills than me, and also, so super high speed. Digital nature, okay. Then, in all talks and all native checks, firstly do with the ChatGPT, and also with the conversations, I make it every slide for this year. And I think that is greater for me, like non-native communications, because of the every time we can transfer our language towards like a different shape or different models. So actually, like I'm so much about LLMs. So can you show the image of the digital nature using a Python code? Firstly, he rejected. However, after that, okay, give me example of the executable code or something. Sure. This is the digital nature. I don't know about that. Okay. Sometimes like they can draw something. So the exploration of the digital nature, I started with display, or I started with holograms, such like how to generate physical holograms using the lasers or ultrasound or levitated object in my first career. As a PhD student, I'm doing like a 3-dimensional display, or not glasses, or not using like a 3 shapes display. However, to make it holograms, such like ionized air to draw the graphics, or to bring up the tiny objects to draw the graphics in the air. So firstly, I started my career as a computer scientist and also the labo head of the laboratory. I'm working for the digital natures about how to find in display or tangible side. Then actually I'm doing the different patterns of the digital nature, such like how to make it or how to define the metamaterials, which is that is not originally exist in the nature. However, we can find or we can define the materials which is like computationally exist, or we can computationally designed materials which can be transformed like a different shape or something. So this is I have a question for you. If you wanted to make these kind of like a 3D printed or some kind of you wanted to get the specific parameter object that is not exist in the world. How do you design, or how do you get these kind of materials? So without 3D printings or without computers, how do you do? Please answer something. So if you don't have computers, it is really difficult to get such like a super 3D printed structures. But however, like ancient people, such like 10,000 years ago, look around the jungles, find new biological forms. It means like every species have a different structures with cell and organs. That is kind of the originally designed 3D printed. Like you use a horse tail for the violins, or these kind of things to find out what happened in the nature and get its specific parameters to adjust about the parameters you want. However, currently, in almost 2 years, everything so faster because of this image is generated in the this 3D image is generated by the prompting, and also the time to generate this 3D world is almost 120 seconds. that is so faster because of the before the prompting or before the 3D optimizations or estimations. Actually, it will be it takes almost 10 minutes or 60 minutes to using the Unity or Unreal Engine to design the 3D world. However, now we have a way to do the prompting, and also because it makes so faster. And also, using the LLM is so much different, like a way of the thinking. Actually, this sentence is get from the ChatGPT, and also he's me.
All life, including human beings, is expanding its field into the vast digital world. It is a new field for life. It means that life has acquired a new field and has begun to become more sophisticated beyond life and death. This is called the end of death. The boundary between life and death is almost lost.
Yeah, much better than my English. Actually, often happens. Underlined sentence, I put it into the ChatGPT. After that, the not underlined sentences get from the ChatGPT, and also the voice is generated from the AI, and also the shape and his head movement is also generated by the AI currently. And actually, that is totally different because of if I died sooner, and also my large data set of my all books or all blogs, everything gonna be into the LLM, and that can be generatable for long years. And also, so actually, I'm doing virtual reality things or digital human things in the university and also in Japanese locals. Because of that, I have many images of me, and also these kind of digital humans will be happen next 3 or 5 years because of you have a great AI, and also you have a now great inside camera of the iPhones, and also everyone can generate face or speeches or everything you generated, and also that will be affected together. Because of that, I believe that embracing the idea of the digital natures, and also we can tap into the wisdom of ancient cultures to create the more harmonious or sustainable future. So I'm also inspired by the tea culture, artisan culture, and old German culture belief of the importance of the connection between the people and natures. That is brief introduction of today. From now on, I would like to say how to describe the digital nature itself and how we can define its digital natures. So actually, the digital nature itself, how to get beyond from the human natures, take into account the rapid evolution of the computers. So let us define a new nature. Actually, next 20th century, we called it a nature. However, we have to define the new nature. I called it digital nature. By accepting the digital nature, we can see that original nature or human nature have merged with computational resources to form a new nature that continues to evolve. This is a chart. Can you see? It is a number of smartphones sold to the end users 2007 to 2021. It is almost 1,433 million units. That is 10 times larger than total number of the babies born in the world, 10 times smaller than smartphones. I think that is already the smartphone is larger than population of the living humans. And also, I think that is a gap between the computational resources and also the human beings, number of the human beings, gonna be get distance larger and larger. And also, to think this planet, what is most heaviest biological species in this planet? Well, I think everyone knows that is plants. Plants is almost 7,000 times heavier than humans. And also human beings is 3 times smaller than real seeds. And also, actually the computational resources is much heavier than human, I think. How do you think about digital natures? So, training compute in the large language models or these kind of systems is like now growing very fast. So actually like human beings think as like biological computers. So you learn something until like 30 years old. After that, you learn nothing or something. Or while you continue to learn around your environment. I think that is not so much different between the human to human because of the almost a twice difference between the human lives, all the ages. So actually like almost like closer to the like AGI or these kind of like large language models happened in 2025 to the 2030, almost 70% accuracy. And also there are many language models or open source models to write the new papers or new scientific articles, or many things happened in these cultures. So actually now everyone using just GPT or this kind of language model to adapt the coding or making new code or using it for like consultations, or everything can be assisted by these AI cultures. And then, well, actually, I asked the ChatGPT, what is the digital nature and the original nature's difference? Then the concept of digital nature is not new, but it has taken new meanings in recent years, almost currently. So as we become more connected and to our digital devices, and also our environment becomes more technologically mediated, and also we are creating a world that is both naturally digital and also digitally natural, then it forms a new super nature. It is connected to the different natures and forms the different forms of the nature. And that is different from our original natures. So be back to the Chinese ancient poems. Do you know the butterfly dreams? Butterfly Dreams is a poem of the Chanzi, and that is like a story of the old man sleeping. In his dream, he is become a butterfly, and after that he suddenly wake up, he suddenly became an old man again. And also, it is a kind of the, ancient philosophy, how we can change, or we can become different shapes into our imaginations. However, current AI models can be transformed to one from the everything, like sound to the image, image to the sound, sound to the haptics, haptics to the three-dimensional shapes, three-dimensional shapes to the word, or make it like a more code to the sound or everything. So now the age of the transformation, so text to image, image to the sound to the physical matter, or matter to the blockchain, or everything to everything. So this is what Chanji dreamed of, that is a transformation of material things end to end in the digital shapes. So, and also like a sound to image or image to image, such like a generative AI can make it like everywhere. And also the cultural art and also artistic practice you can find on the internet. Such like human to like a butterfly or humans, we can see everywhere. So where we can find these kind of philosophical things or philosophical roots of the material transformations. Actually, I found in the old ancient poems on the Kegon, and also rooted in the Buddhist traditions, and also offer the unique perspective relationship between the natural world and also technology. It suggests everything connected and also interdependent, and also the digital world and the part of the natural world. It is almost 1,500 years ago philosophy that is happened in Japan locals in Nara prefecture, and that is like inherited from the Chanji's philosophy, that is a butterfly dream, and also that is like fermented and also matured almost 1,500 years ago. Then after that, in Japanese culture, there's a wabi-sabi. Do you know wabi-sabi? Someone know something? Wabi-sabi. Oh, many. Okay. So the concept of wabi-sabi is Japanese aesthetics and offers a way of understanding view beauty and transitions of the everything. So it suggests the beauty of the things lies in the imperfections and also the ability to change over time. So the beauty found in the harmonization process of the instability between the complexity and simplicity towards mediation in nature. So it suggests the iteration in these supernatures. Look at the garden in Japanese gardens. So make it perspective from the different point, and also to find the beauty in the harmonization process of the natural object or also artificial object together. Then my suggestion is one sentence. So let the digital nature commons like original nature. So actually the unethical and sustainable approach to AI development requires prioritizing diversity and inclusion in AI research and development. So this means ensure that AI systems are designed to be accessible and beneficial to all, regardless of race, gender, or socioeconomic status. So let the digital nature commons like original nature. Now, digital nature is occupied by the large platforms or someone. However, the current 1 year or 1.5 year, it's going to be more open. I believe that this kind of the digital nature will be more accessible, more shareable, commons like the original natures. So as AI continues to evolve, so it will become more integrated our natural environment, blurring the lines between the digital or physical worlds. By incorporating the concept of digital natures and also ancient Japanese wisdom, we can approach AI development in a way that promotes the harmony and sustainability. So this is a summary of the current 20 minutes. So actually, in order to take into account the rapid evolution of the computer, let us define a new nature that's called digital nature. So by accepting the digital nature, we can see the original nature has merged with the computer to form a new nature that continues to evolve. And also, when we think of the digital humans and our futures, and which is based on the digital nature, we are building nature on a new evolving branch of the life that transcends the boundaries of life and death. And also, large-scale language model shows the evolution transforms and reshape everything. So then I want to lecture about the Kegon. Actually, I often say about Kegon. And also, at the heart of this conversation in finding a harmony between technology and nature, here the lessons about the traditional Japanese culture offers valuable insight. And also the examples about the Kegon, concept of the Kegon emphasizes the interconnectedness of the all things and helps us to better to understand how technology and also nature can work together in a mature, beneficial way. By recognizing the complexity and the interdependence of the all things and working to create technology that enhance and support these systems, we can build a more sustainable and inclusive future for all. So, and the Jomon period is an important period in Japanese history and culture. I think that this is a Jomon pottery, also Jomon earthware, and also known for its distinctive pottery because of the shape of the ropes you can find on the surface of the pottery in Japanese ancient period. And also they fishing and also hunting practice and also deep connection with the nature. Before the agriculture, almost 10,000 years, keep peacefully living in Japan. And also, especially after the agriculture, in Japan, many battlefield happened in that small island. However, that's almost 10,000 years. That keeps a really peaceful moment in Japan local islands. I think that's one of the key hint in this sustainability or how to get merged with the natures. And genetical analysis has really hot field in the everywhere, and also almost in town, and also that there are three distinct ethnic groups in Japan, and also that they intermarried until around the Kamakura period, almost 800 years ago, and also the Japanese mythology tells several opposing cultural spheres, and also this may become clear in current next 10 years or next 20 years because of in the several myths of in Japanese traditional culture, we can find different groups or different ethnic groups looks happened. However, the current almost when I was elementary school student, in our textbook, there is all single ethnic groups in Japan. However, currently genetical researches on the Japanese ethnic groups found these kind of several groups coexist together almost 800 years ago. Then, so these kind of transitions from the multi-ethnic group towards forms the Japanese culture. So Japanese tea culture is an important part of the Japanese traditions that reflects the Japanese divergence and also nature and harmony. The tea ceremony promotes the harmony with the nature or emphasizing simplicity and also care, appreciation of the natural world. So in the tea culture, everyone collects from the natures and builds many teacups or arrangement of the flowers. And also, this kind of tea culture largely developed in the Muromachi period, almost 700 years ago, and has been passed down through the ages, changing the times, and also now we can find present day. So, similarly, woodworkers are long history of living in harmony with nature in Japan, and also their crafts reflect to the surroundings around like houses or mountains or forests. So I often discuss the importance of the wood craftsmen and Japanese culture and also their roles promoting harmony with nature. So I will discuss how can we transform the wooden craftsmanship way with the digital nature ecosystems. So I often use 3D scanning or CNC technology to craft these new sculpture. So this is my current artwork for it is almost 8 meters long, large, long leg, long arms, giant shapes. So actually, to make it a wooden sculpture is really hard. However, with using the CNC machines, because I'm a mediatist and also I'm a computer science researcher, I'm working with always 3D or making code or making sculptures using the digital atmospheres or digital environment. So because of that, I'm currently working with many wooden things with CNC machines. It is like a traditional Japanese houses exist in the Gifu prefectures. And also you can find many giants here. That is my exhibitions. And also I'm looking around how to make it a sustainable way to make the new figure or new statue using that is we can find in the local communities or local areas and make it turn into the art using the 3D, using the digital controllable sculpting machines. And also, original story of these long arms giant is developed also have made in the 2,200 years ago in China, and also that is inherited from the Chinese story towards the Japanese story almost 1,500 years ago. And also, I think that is a kind of the materializations of the human desire in the almost 200 years ago, because of these two giants help each other to get the fishes in the rivers or fishes in the sea to find it and also grab it together. And also, I often use the 3D scan and also copy and remake it wooden artwork. This is a replica of Enku Buddha. Do you know Enku Buddha? No. Someone knows? No. Okay. wait a second, ちょっと待ってね。Enku is a Japanese Buddhist philosopher who makes 120,000 Buddhist statue in the life. So much. So you can find like Enku Buddhas or Enku's Buddha in local communities. So actually, why he make it? So he wanted to save some patient or the people in difficult conditions. He just using some sculpting device, not device, some sculptures, and also give it to the someone who are in difficulties, and also so he makes 120,000 Buddhist statue. However, to think about the current situations of the current large development of AI or three-dimensional things, we can make it almost 1 minute to the 120,000 Enku Buddha. However, to convert it to the physical shape is one of the important things. Actually, this old Buddhist statue is generated by me. Actually, I'm spread into the Twitter world. Also, everyone gets from that one. And however, what is the difference between the a physical statue and also the also digital statues? Actually, almost 6 months ago, I called everyone in my Twitter and also, hey, do you want to get digital Buddha to play? And also 400 people replied to me, and I just put my digital Buddha to everyone. So, and also everyone make it like a home screen of the iPhone, play something, almost the same situations that the Enku Buddha happened. And actually, so this kind of the physicality also digital transformations between the shapes or matters or images. I think that is happened in current 20 years. So actually, like 2 years ago, we raised the concept. Also, we investigate the concept of the stationary nomads. Stationary nomad is a raised idea from the by the Namjoon Paik. Namjoon Paik is a famous video artist. Then 1980s, he stated that we should become a stationary nomad for using the digital technologies. Because of the run short of the oils, and also we can convert it to the carbon oxide or how to make it carbon neutral. So living with digitally exist, such like we can transform the screen to screen, or we can make it like a video situation towards like other spaces, other places, and also because of that, I'm looking around how to think about the understanding of stationary nomad in the local cultures. So it is so much strange things in Japan locals, such like from the 14,000 years ago towards like 2,000 years ago, almost 12,000 years, they walked around almost same place, keep it harmony or make it like a sustainability with our natures. I think there is one of the hint of the how to keep its natural world, and also the not depends on the agricultural society, but on natural resources by almost 10,000 years. So they put the pick up like earth or like clays to make it potteries. That is specially shaped potteries, and make it hunting depends on the like forest resources. And after that, make it like make it buried in each forest or each rivers, and also walking around almost 10,000 years. I think that is one of the sustainable lifestyle without agriculture found in Japan. And also, so I want to go the different perspective of the digital natures. So in here, I wanted to discuss the intersections of the art and technology, also how to make it inclusivity. So as a researcher, I'm working for the current 5 years to how to like facing the aging society with the AI and also each local communities. So how to find out the possibilities between the IoT devices or AI can help the people who are living in difficult conditions. And also, so this is one of the examples how technology can help to overcome physical challenges. So we are working on the Ototake project. Ototake is the name of this Japanese famous writer and novelist, and also the commentator of the TVs. And also we developed for like prosthetics with AI, and also actually the person backside of him, he always thinking about not to like fall down from the face side because of the like ethical issues in this kind of the experiment. We need to like avoid every this kind of the injuries from the experiment. However, this project aims to like enable the people with disabilities with how to make it like a personal fabrication get merged with the human bodies. And also in this project, I found the different situations in the process of the development of these prosthetics. Because of the developing the prosthetics is like a more like a engineering way. However, he is one of the celebrities in Japan, and also he also gets some crowdfunding or many communities who can accept these activities. So it becomes like a more like a musical instrument or make it grooves of the audience by walking. Actually, he often usually uses electrical wheelchair, and there is no reason to use prosthetics for walking. However, working with like a development of the AI or personal fabrications is one of the challenges for him, and also to get these challenges and also to get overcome these difficulties, people gather around, and also I think that is the process between the how to get be convivial and also how to get the technology get merged with like humans, also AI with the communities. And this is one of the example. And actually, we are facing with aging societies, and also how to make it hearing aid is one of the important point. And also we using the special IoT devices which can be transform the sound to the vibrations, and also that can be combined with AI, such like using the sound recognitions, also make it like a vibration to the deaf or difficult in hearing users, to how to haptic feedback without sound. So actually, we are working for how to get like communities, or how to get inclusive way to find out like how to improve the exhibitions in the science museums, also how to make it communities between the like people who cannot hear sound. However, that is an important way to find out like how to make it like enjoyable exhibitions without sound. So, and also many attempting for this is a trial with a concert without sound. Actually, we can hear the sound here. However, this is a special concert for the called Sound-Free Concert. We worked for the 2019 towards now. Actually, this kind of a trial to using the like vibrations or haptic feedback or visual feedback by converting the sound towards a visual stimulus and also the haptic stimulus. So currently we are working for the like a generative AI, and also by connecting the sound object, or by connecting the everything towards everything. So every transformation between the local cultures, or sound towards images, or image to the text, or text to the performances. So we use this kind of generative AI for musical expressions, and by combining the traditional rhythms or machine-generated patterns, or we achieve the performance between the both rooted traditional cultures and also using the machine learning to convert the way of the rhythms, the videos, images. So I think the changing happens these media art communities because of the media art or kind of the digital art is kind of a sculpting in 10 years ago. It means you have to make long code to executable in your machines or in your displays, or you have to make it a development in the 3 months or 2 months to make a new kind of digital art. However, the current development of the AI or large language models dynamically transforms the activities in the digital art. Because of the digital art becomes more interactive, because of the also musicians. Because of the 10 years ago, you have to do the hard coding with C++ or everything. You need specific libraries, specific devices. However, now it's becoming transformable easily to sound to object or object to the language or language to the environment. So actually, that is one of the key. Not for sculpting, but with long preparation, so it becomes more interactive. So I think that is a kind of becomes mingei. So mingei is a Japanese local terms that is in translation it becomes folk craft. However, the mingei is one of the more philosophical terms in Japan, and that is matured in almost 80 years in Japanese locals. That is founded by the Yanagi Muneyoshi. And also, these intersections of the art and the cultures of humanity and also nature and AI creates large digital nature ecosystems. So these ecosystems exist in the harmony that promotes sustainable and also inclusive use of the technology in each locals or each people using these technological aspects towards how to help each other or how to groups in local communities or how to connect the traditional things using a more interactive way. Because of almost 10 years ago, we need large preparation, large out of money or out of the way of the PowerPoint presentation to get the money to develop these things. However, it becomes more faster or easier or make it more interactive. I think this kind of the different fermentation happened in each local communities. I think that is really good way to find out each locals in such a Japan without really long limitations of the people or human labors. Actually, that is a different transformation way in local communities. So this AI art can promote the harmony with nature. Actually, this is my current artwork using the large LED screens. And also, these kind of the things make it more sustainable because of the without sculpting large matters. However, they're using just energy for the electricity. I think that is make more sustainable, and also the form of the expression will be different way. And also by blending a traditional object and also culture with modern technology, we can create larger digital nature ecosystem exists in harmony. So this is a different example. This is my current artwork with Gundam materials. Why this is Gundam? Do you know Gundam? Gundam is a Japanese robot, this one. And also you can make it sculpture with that parts. And however, after you cut out the parties, there are some frames exist. So I collect the frames, make it the tea house about that. So I asked by the company who builds the Gundams, okay, you collect the frames, much number of the frames. I want to make the tea house, okay. Almost 1 month costed for build this one. Actually, by 6 people making it every day, making it like a Gundam tea house. But however, after the sculpting this one, I found, this is so much natural because of with sunlight, we can find a shade there. Looks like so much large overlap the leaf shade around the trees. So these kind of the activities, like how to find it like a different way, because of the age of tea culture, such like 500 years ago, we collect the wood or branches from the mountains or put it into the shape of the houses. However, in this society, we make it like a plastics or make it with like how to make it artificial things to get the harmony with the natures. I think that is one of the example to build the things in digital natures. And also, finally, I'd like to introduce so how to make it potentials to promote the inclusiveness and the diversity between the digital natures. And also, I previously talked about the intersection of technology and the culture and the art and the expressions. And this is one of the examples we built in my laboratory. Actually, it's a transparent display to make it like using the AI to make it like descriptions each other's, and also way of the communication will be transformed in the AI way. Actually, you can use smartphone to talk to each other by following people, or AR glasses using the for the subscriptions, or making the sound to the word, and also word to understandings. So everything gonna be changing, and also this kind of culture difference, or we can make it more inclusive or diverse ways for the ecosystems between the different people from the different countries or different language. Also, different abilities of the hearings or seeing or looking in the world. And also the technology can use to bring different communities and also together and facilitate a cross-cultural exchange. And also, as we have discussed, digital nature can be viewed as ecosystems from the intersections of the technology of the natural world. As such, digital nature has the potential to promote inclusivity, also diversity, as the different cultures and perspectives coexist, influence together. And also technology can be used to create new forms of the expressions and communications that transcend language barriers or cultural experiences. So, and also, I think the media arts can play an important role in promoting inclusiveness and diversity, because they can express different cultural perspectives. So by using a technology to create a new form of the expressions, we can break down the barriers between the communities and also bring people together. And also through the media arts, we can create a more inclusive and diverse culture that celebrates difference and promotes understandings. This is also close to the relationship between folk art and natures. So I often call the media art is one of the main way of the digital natures. You can find the digital expressions in the digital nature ecosystems. And also these media arts are potential to promote a more inclusive and diverse culture that is bringing the gap communities and perspectives, and using the technology to create a new form of expression and creativity. So media art can also play important roles in raising the awareness of the social and the environmental issues in promoting sustainable and ethical innovations. So this talk is explores the intersection between the technology and also how can they be to create a sustainable, inclusive futures. So we have seen that digital nature can be a powerful force for the sustainability, fostering the deep connection to the natural world and inspiring the sense of the care and also the environment. So I'd like to take the 3 minutes summarize these talks. So finally, firstly, I talked about the New Japan Island, the sessions of here, and also advocates in terms of the new shape of the industrial revolutions, how to think about the different way of the GDP, or how can I bring out the art value about Japan, and also how can make it sustainable in Japanese locals, or how can we make it new, like a philosophy from Japanese histories. Then we have explored how the art and technology, the two disciplines, so can merge to create new creative or expressive possibilities, or maybe art can promote more inclusive or diverse cultures, such like a new way of the sustainability things, or a new way to diverse cultures. And also I discussed about how digital nature can promote sustainability, and also how Japanese automakers or these kind of products with Gundam no chassis or something. And also we have explored the concept of the through universalisms and how to communicate each other in exchange different cultural aspect, or how to promote inclusivity and diversity. And also, and finally, the pluralism and inclusivity are essential elements of our roadmap to more harmonious and also diverse world. We must embrace different cultures and way of thinking and use technology to bridge the gap between the different communities. So, digital nature as a new commons for the pluralism and inclusivity. So, this is like a 5 years long thinking about how to get the digital nature in the local communities. And also, thank you for listening. And here's the takeaways, 5 things. Digital nature is a new nature. It is a form of the nature merging with computers to continue to evolve. And also, this new evolved form of life, for example, digital nature is building a nature to transcend life and death. And also, it is transforming everything into everything, like a sound to object, object to 3D, everything at a high speed, which links up to Chinese and Japanese philosophy, such as Kegon, almost 2,000 years ago to the 1,500 years ago. Then when we define the digital nature as a new commons, it paves a new way for living as a nomads in a rich natural environment, which interestingly connects to the stationary nomadism seen in the Jomon era. And also, with AI acting as our interpreter, we will be able to facilitate conversations between the exchange between the different culture and also understanding between the communities and inclusivity. So I believe that's the way of life for people in this age to embrace a digital nature and transform it anyway that constitutes a sustainable material natures, and so that we can share the joy and living together. But finally, we just dreamed of transformation 2,300 years ago, and now we can materialize the transformation of everything. I think that is really hopeful with a computational environment and also digital nature. So thank you for listening and also long time. Thank you.
Any questions, please?
Yeah, that is a good question. And also, my lifetime is like an execution time of the computer, almost same as the execution time of the computers, because of we can execute ourselves with our lives with my life. However, after that, without the information, that's like other models in the large computers or cloud resources can generate the copy of me or new idea from me that is an asset that is produced by living people after the death. I think that is one of the next topic, because of you can find many Goho-like or Picasso-like paintings in after the diffusion models, and also everything get merged and also melting together to make new models of that is kind of the human's resources, that is human common resources of the culture. I think that will be give us different perspective before these language models, because of that is totally different perspective of the life and death. I think that is a first person death. It means like a perspective of me will happen. However, the third person of the death will be disappeared from this society. Yeah, with the digital natures. Okay. So actually, almost 5 years ago, the building a new model is different, difficult tasks for everyone. However, current 1 year, current 6 months, we can build the own models by each individuals. So actually that can help for the make it diverse models in the machine learning things, because of the you can find 3 years ago there's some news every GAN models or generative models makes a white man because of a black person converted to a white person that is so much biased. Actually, however, these kind of biased models is so much a problem. However, we can build the own models each other and also by myself, so you can easily build in almost 10 minutes or 20 minutes. I think that is more easier to make it diverse. Actually, internet itself is diverse. And however, the privilege or this kind of special rights or special position to design this kind of the data sets is much problem. If it make it more public or if it make it democratizations, that's gonna be helpful for the make it diverse.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I think it is so easier to build new models.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
106 months. Mind or everything. But actually, that is good questions because of the copyright is one of the issue. Because of the if you are nice programmers or nice coders, so if you can find the application that can be active in your smartphone, take the videos and take the slice of the images, go to the large language models, how to understand this behavior of this software and also make codes like this. And I think in 5 years, it will be done because of with public domain code will happen with the language models. I think that will be more get open source communities or more public domain codes floats in the internet, and also the different ways such to understand the people behavior, to make it every bones. It means transfer into the motion models, and I think that is easily to understand what happened there. I think that is easily to use in every area. However, I think that open access towards this kind of large computational resources is one of the rights of the human beings. However, because of that, we have to restrict one of the reverse engineering of the humans or make it a bad use of the computational things, because of we can easily to buy knives or something which can easily to injure people, easily to hurt people. However, we are restricted by the law and also many customs or ethics. I think that is needed to understand a more ethical view of the digital natures. So it should be do the education in the children towards adults needed more, discuss more. Yeah, important point. That is a good question. Yeah, because of I often think about the human rights and also that is from inherited from the cultural resources, and also the more ethical or law or this kind of the communities for symbiosis, and also this kind of the new digital nature. Because of the nature and the law and also the society is not so much changed. Actually, many changes happen to human rights in the current 1,000 years. However, that is nature itself will be changed in next 100 years and almost next 30 years. Actually, that is too fast because of the photography invented 1840. And after the impressionism happened after 40 years of the invention of the photography, because of the one age or two generations separated from the inventor of the photography towards impressionisms. So, and also everything will be a problem you pointed out because of the not so much generation is different. between the this evolving digital natures, because it starts just last years or 2 years ago or 5 years ago. Digital nature, it happens, and also so much faster to develop everything. And also, other humans, it is so much difficult to catch up with these situations. After that generations, almost the next 20 years, these kind of truly digital natives becomes, and also thinking about what digital nature would be. However, we are almost same generations because of the when we were born, there are no digital nature. That is ultra nature, and also internet or computer exists. However, there is no ultra fast developing digital natures. So actually, that is one of the key issues between the generation gaps, and also the between the ethical issues between each law or each communities. So, is it my correct answer, or do you add something to me?
I think I understand. I think basically what you're saying is that as the upcoming generations come forth, they're not really going to have much of a chance to have an alternative nature, because this is our reality.
Yeah, this is our reality, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for everyone. This is our end of our sessions. Our presentation will be online around end of March. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.